back to the part 2 of the Empire waist video. So now you can see in the last video we had our notch on this part, okay, on the cup part. So now I'll be going to the machine. I'll take off my patterns. I'm taking off my patterns right away, and I'll be sewing, running my gather stitches, starting from the notch I made right here. I'm going to gather till I get to the armhole part. So by the time I gather, you have everything gathered. You can see with my hand gathering, you can see everything is there already. So if you want to line this, now of course you need to line it, but this is a demonstration tutorial. If you want to line this, it means you are cutting this 2 times of this, okay? So by the time you insert your cup and sew on top, okay, place the lining on top of it, then you have this gathered on it soon, okay? So but for the purpose of this tutorial, I will not be lining, okay? So I'm going to sew only one piece, but if you are lining, then you need another set of this, okay, which you'll be using to place on top of it at the end of sewing the first one, so you'll be able to come out with a perfect inseam finishing. So here you can pleat, like what we have on the thumbnail was pleated. You can decide to make your pleats, you can decide to run your gathers, okay, it all depends on what you want. So I'm going to make my pleats because that is what we have on the thumbnail. So as I'm pleating right now, I'll make sure what I have here matches up exactly on the cup. So I'll be going to my machine now. I'm going to turn the right side. This is the right side of what I have here, and this is the notch I made here. So I'm going to sew right from this notch. I'll come down by 0.5. Remember, we'll be using the 0.5 that will remain here to turn the lining. That is if you are making use of lining for it. So I'm going to secure this part with my pin, and I'll go over to the machine. I'll take my pleatings the way I desire them. I'll just pleat till I get to this point, okay? I'll also stop at 0.5. So let me quickly do that. I'm going to do it for both of them, then I'll bring it back to show you what it looks like. Right, so now I'm done sewing my pleats into the cup. So you can see what I have as my pleats. So if you want, you can just go and use your tailor's ham and give it a good press so the pleats relaxes. That is if you want, okay? So I've also done the same. I've also pleated into the cup. So this is the waistline, as you can see. So if you want to turn it with lining, okay, all you need to do is to produce another, cut another of this, okay, or when cutting this, cut twice of it, and then you will be pushing this part in like this, okay? When you'll be sewing that, after sewing your pleats, you place the lining on top. The normal way you do that, sew it back into this line and top stitch, and you have a perfect inseam finishing right there. So another thing you can also do is to decorate your satin fabric with your lace appliques, or you can come in with a lace fabric and cover this part just as you sew your lace fabric before you sew the cup. I believe you understand what I'm trying to explain. So for the down part of this dress here, I have my lace patches. So I'll just use my lace patches to decorate it. Okay, like I said, this is a demonstration tutorial, so I believe you will do better when you are sewing yours, okay? So I'll just place it at strategic positions. I can just decorate the center line, okay? All right, so you'll be using your uhu gum to do this. Okay, this is your uhu gum or any other fabric gum. You can use it to decorate this part, okay? So at the center part, I'll just pin up right now, which will be decorating with your fabric gum. So this is what we have right now. So all you do is to sew the back and join to the shoulder seam lines, and we are done. Okay, so like I said, if you are making a complete cloth, okay, for this you can tuck in this part. Can you see that? If you wish, or you can cut another of these and sew it completely before you do what? You pleating. All right, so I'll be placing this on the dress form right now for you to see the final outlook of this beautiful empire waist dress. All right, beautiful people, so right now this is the final outlook of our empire waistline. So you can see what we got right here. So I have to use my available lace appliques to cover up that side. So like I rightly said, you can place your lace completely on top of the black piece, okay, and use your fabric gum to hold it down, just like you sew your normal lace, dresses. Then you can now sew the satin cupped part, which we pleated into the cup, okay, back to the cup. Then the back bodies is simple. Just attach your normal back bodies and sew off your dress, okay? So if you are turning with your lining, it means you are going to duplicate what we just did in this tutorial. So that is how we come to the end of this tutorial. I believe you learned a lot, and I hope to see your practicals as well. So if you are new to this channel, please kindly subscribe, turn on your notification bell to receive videos like this each week. Like this video, share to family and friends, and drop your comments on the comment section and your suggestions as well. So thank you for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye.